So this came in. I think I know what it is. Gary Vaynerchuk, crushing it. Great entrepreneurs build their businesses and influences, and how you can too. So it's going to be a good read. This is going to be my read for today. Looking forward to seeing what he says. Going to be a couple hours of quiet and good time reading. So I was supposed to work last night, didn't materialize. A little disappointed at this juncture, but you know, moving on, moving forward. Today, very busy day. I've got a lot to do, a lot of driving around. I've got 3 podcasts to record today and a bunch of other stuff, so I'm gonna rip out now, get my day started. Start out by training, pick up Lloyd, get the podcast done. I think we're gonna shoot a live cast today. Hopefully that's the plan anyways, may or may not materialize, and then I have another podcast later with Scott Bennett from The Path Less Traveled. Hopefully that will happen as well, all on schedule. It's pretty snowy. I don't know how the day is going to turn out, but we're going to give it our best shot. Medium coffee, black, please.
Would you like to pick a combo?
No, thank you.
There you go.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Whew. It is cold outside. Really cold outside. I've been trying to eat better. This is not part of the plan. I am running late this morning. And it is super slick outside, so sanding trucks are out and all that kind of good stuff, so we're gonna try to get to where we're going in a reasonable amount of time. I'm not gonna rush. Podcast is done. I am recording this just in case we don't make it back.
Oh my god,
because it is absolutely fucked out there. On the way here there's probably about 40-50 accidents, who knows. Now I'm going to try to make my way to a C-train station somewhere so Lloyd can get back. Last will and testament?
I'm gonna be fine. Just drive safely, like what the fuck are you guys doing?
Finally got Lloyd dropped off. I still got to make it back. It took us forever to get downtown. I was supposed to shoot another podcast at 3. It's already 3:30. It ain't happening. And you can hear it's just like everything is icing up. It is like super shitty outside. Deerfoot is closed down in both directions, which is something completely unheard. We have some footage. I don't know how well it turned out at this juncture of us actually driving through that stuff, going to film the podcast. So, I mean,
Calgary, it's crazy weather, man. It's even your best laid plans, it's not necessarily going to happen when this city comes to a grinding halt like this. A lot of it is really, in reality, people driving without their lights on. Lots of people driving way too fast or way too slow. You just got to take it easy, slow and steady. Really, if you don't have to go anywhere, you should just stay at home, man. That's the hot and cold of it, so I'm going to keep on driving, and we'll catch up with you guys in a little bit as I trudge through the snow here. So it's not too bad. I've been sticking to the side streets. I'm actually doing better there. A lot of the main drags are really kind of backed up. You know, something happens and it just all jams up. Everybody's looking for alternative routes. I think basically Deerfoot is closed currently from Anderson all the way to, I think it's McKnight, where I'm beyond that, so. And my voice is starting to get, I don't know, a little raspy and stuff. Hey, it's just a bit of a cold. So yeah, good times. I had planned on doing some stuff. It's just kind of been one of those wreck of a weekends for me. I thought I was working last night. I didn't work. I went to train this morning. That went fine. It was a little jammed up getting there, but you know, all good. I got Lloyd, and then we got about halfway to the house, and it was just a complete and utter mess. And then I had to get him back downtown, or at least somewhere where I could get a train so he could get home. But usually what I do is I drop him off downtown, I go about my business, he gets home, all good. You know, like I said, I was supposed to have Scott from the Path Less Traveled on the podcast. We were going to talk about Gary Vee's book, marketing and social media, but obviously it's just treacherous outside, so we've rescheduled that. It should be a live podcast. We ran our first live podcast today. How it turned out, I don't know. I will see on the replay. I'm a little concerned about the video quality. It didn't look that great in my screen. We're using a webcam. I'll see if I can fix those kind of things. Just little tech things. I could have plugged, you know, a camera directly into it and probably got something better, but that webcam is a 1080 web camera. It should have been fine. So we will see. We'll see how it goes. See how that thing is. If you have watched the podcast, you've watched a live podcast, let me know in the comments below what you think. Is that something that you want to see all the time? I think our plan is currently we're going to do it every other week. So typically we sit down every other week and record. We record 2 episodes or sometimes more depending on working schedules for both of us or what we're doing. So I think the plan is to have one live podcast on that Saturday, because we film on a Saturday and release on a Monday. So I think we're going to film and then basically have that podcast the one week, and the alternate week will be a podcast where it wasn't taped live. So let me know in the comments below what you think of that, but I'm going to get back to driving here. It is crazy out here. After all that, we made it back. It's snowing. You can see there's ton of snow even on the spare tire of the Jeep. I mean, it's just crazy, but made it back okay. Gonna get warm, have something to drink, all that kind of good stuff. Just glad to be back at the house. Took way too long to get all that shit done. So this just showed up on the doorstep. I think I know what it is, so we're gonna pop it open, take a look. Magically we cut that open because unboxing with one hand and cutting a box with one hand is never fun. So it's from Juiced. Basically it is a nice little note from them, and I believe it is the new unit. Oh, got a couple new battery adapters. That's kind of cool. Got a couple already, so it's just a bonus. And what we've got here is a bonus battery and hub, I believe.
and you can see all in there. So the battery, all that kind of good stuff. So we're gonna go about getting that installed. It's pretty cold because it's pretty cold outside. So for those of you who watch the vlog, you know that I've been riding the juice board, that I've enjoyed it immensely. There was just some little minor things that were kind of irking me. One of them was going from full throttle and easing back, and it would kind of have an engine brake happen. So I guess they've been doing some research over there. They have sent me this, and they've sent this to everybody, and I mean everybody that had a Juice Dual in the first slot. So I mean, big props out to Juice. That is phenomenal customer service, you know, taking care of everybody that supported the product. So that is deeply appreciated. So what we're gonna do is, it's winter now, so it's not gonna go in right away because I can't ride it. I was actually riding the board up until a couple weeks ago because we had some patches where it was warmer and there was no snow and ice and all that kind of good stuff. So I managed to get out and get it. But again, we're gonna take a look at this, get the juice board all put back together. Pretty excited. It'll be fun to test it out. And then when I finally got this attached and fully test, I will give you that full review that I always promised to give you, that I hadn't gotten to yet because there were some things, and I was talking with Juice, that were bothering me. And like I said, if this fixes it, I mean, it was a winner before, but it's like a super duper winner if this fixes my concerns that I had in the past.